G'day lads, welcome back to the One Eyed Pod. It's round. I don't know. It's the first round of buys.
Round
It's
12 it
an
was.
absolute fucking shit show. That's what it is.
Talk us through how
The
you're going,
end.
Michael.
I've deleted the app. I've actually spoken to my partner about this. I was like, I've deleted the app. I'm fucking over this. I don't think I'll play again. He said, I think I'll just play on the laptop now, so then I don't have to fucking have the head noise of this fucking shit game throughout the week. And for context, I got absolutely fucked in the ass this week. It was fucking terrible. The worst week. I haven't scored under 2,000 in a long time. Fuck me.
What went wrong? I guess we'll get into it later, but is there just a big thing that you can pinpoint? Is it maybe your primos were out this week? And
Just my primos that were playing this week just let me down.
yeah, that's it.
I was already a rookie, a primo down this week, and I was just hoping one of my rookies could fire, which they did. Sexton, sexy boy.
It could have been worse. I was watching Tuke Miller do bloody nothing that whole game, and then he gets a bullshit. It was exactly like Sullivan's. And then I was actually happy because I remembered you had two, but I was like, this guy was on 70, and I just straight away going, oh, fuck, these two owners, they've been bailed. And then I remembered you were an owner. That could have been way worse.
It could have been terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, how'd you go?
What about, I went all right. I think my primo stood up a tiny bit, and then Harley Reid was standing up, and then Harley does what Harley Reid does. He just whacks people too hard. I've never seen someone go harder at people. Like, they've got the 4K sort of sound when you're listening to the footy, and all you hear is just. It's just pounding blokes. And then when I saw that sling, like he was on 86, 89, I was like, Michael, this is great. I've kept a F6 Primo, which everyone's traded. And then I saw that sling tackle and I'm like, fuck, I'm gone here. And then a tag went to him. So he was on 89, or he was on a massive score at halftime. And he didn't score points. He lost 20 points. So, and then I was like, maybe this isn't the week that I, thought it was going to be. But it was a mixed bag. I may as well get on to my team. because I remember last week I didn't really show my rank or anything like that. I just went straight into it. But
did you go up? Oh, I guess you'll show us in a sec.
Yeah, you're right. Hope this load. But yeah, I did go up in rank. Is it sharing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, cool.
You're going up 1,000 spots.
I went up 1K. Yeah, I went up 1K. So it's positive signs, but I mean, you can't be angry with this. You're going up. So I'll say it's a good week. It's a great week. But I scored 2,045. I mean, we'll go on to my team. Hopefully my changes are reversed, which they are. I used 3 trades this week. I got McGovern in. I got Sullivan in because I thought I needed just one more cash rookie for cash. And I got Freya in as well. So I wish I kept Sweet. I wish I just traded Sweet originally. But that didn't happen because I thought Howes was a dead pick and I didn't have to worry about Sweet till next week. And little did I know this rookie Ned Moyle has come up, which he may not even play again this week. So it may be just, the jury's out to see if that's a good rookie or not. But overall, I had the Dacos VC like many others. Ryan's, I've had a 124. McGovern was on at 33 at halftime, and I was furious. I was telling you, Michael, come on, Reed, get to 150 just to get to McGovern. Help McGovern a little bit. And then in my head, I was like, Just get to 80, mate. Get to 80. And then he just went ballistic.
Yeah.
Top six? I hope so. But gee whiz, it was a hard watch. Like from the start, I heard um I heard McGovern or Duggan or something at the start, and I was on my phone, and then I saw them all lining up, and then I had like a little anxiety attack, like an aneurysm that he was playing forward, and then I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, and I was like, "When is he ever?" And I was like, "Nah, nah, 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 this can't be happening," because Waterman was a late out or something, so it
Yeah,
just
but
like triggered me, and then I was just
why would
the
McGovern
whole
be playing full forward? You silly
I
mutt.
don't know, but then the whole game, he like copped a few. Like I was, I don't know if I love or hate this pick because I'm always scared about his injury history. But nah, he was solid. Crispy stood up. This could have been a massive score, Chris. He got one goal too, and it
Mm,
was. I think one was easy and one was hard. So he could have got 2 goals from it. But he's a pot and a half, so I'm happy with him.
yeah.
Martin is a bit of a worry. He's just similar to Whitfield, just a fucking shit player, and I wish I never brought him back in.
Mm, I think a lot of
Um,
it is like
yeah,
Ridley as well. Just
yep.
is starting to, I don't know, just naturally take more of the ball back there.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Martin missed an easy goal. That was
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
mate, right
pathetic.
in the goal square.
That was pathetic. Like he tried to kick it, he tried to snap it or a banana it or do drop punt, and he just did in the middle and just hit the top of the post. So annoying. I mean, he was on. I think he was on a pretty good score at halftime. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I may
He
buy
just
flip
stopped.
him if. Yeah, I'll speak about my plans later, but I may buy flip him or I just may just keep him. But the trades are running out, so you just gotta make a decision and stick to it. Bont is just Bont, isn't he? He's $13 for the Brownlow right now. Isn't that just crazy? I think that is ridiculous. $13 for a. I think he could win the Brownlow.
Do you
So
reckon he
that's
could?
my. Well, I heard on the radio that Trelaw may steal votes off him, but I think he has been a little bit off, hasn't he?
He's been a
You
little bit
know,
off. He hasn't been
yeah,
like last year Bont,
yeah,
and last year Bont didn't even get close, you know? Well,
that is
got
true.
close, but not up there.
Yeah, um, Butters, Sarong stock like 102 sub ton for Butters. The Merritt 97, 30. He kicked 30, 33 touches and kicked 3 behind. So it could have been a massive. Just so frustrating. I sold. I don't think I think I maybe paid 620K for him. You paid even more, didn't you? You got him a week before.
650.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a stinger, wouldn't it? But just
Would
lift
it?
your
I
game.
paid 680 for Sarong. That's the last time I'd ever pay that high for someone.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. I paid for Oliver around 680 or something last year, and he bloody got injured straight away. So it is a tough pill to swallow. But I've seen people ask, you know, Merritt or Rao. I'd just pick Rao. Seriously, Merritt has done nothing the last. I don't know what's happening with him, and he keeps getting coaches' votes. And I mean, he's playing all right, but I just want this pick to lift. Seriously. Um,
Oh my god! And you know what's happening is what people are still buying him because he's getting cheaper and cheaper, and you'd be mad
what
not to buy him. But
Yes and
like,
no. I feel like there's other value out there. His I don't know. If there was other players like say LDU instead of Merritt, would you still get Merritt? Do you know what I mean? Or
yeah, I think
Gould?
I'd still get Merit if I didn't have him.
Yeah, Real. Real's the same price. I'd probably get Real instead of Merritt.
Yeah, are they same buy?
Yeah, I think so. I think that next week they've got their buy. Yeah. So I mean, we'll move on, but still 118, 0 points in the first quarter. Like this whole week has been a roller coaster. Like I thought I was in the shitter, and then half our players like did well, and then they didn't show up, and then they had a good score. But 118, I don't know what to make of this guy. Like seriously, he's just going to be, he's staying in my team as long as it's just going to be so annoying. But oh well. All my rookies: Wilson, Graham, Sullivan. Wilson will probably go next week. Sullivan was okay, just okay. I would rather much more, but he's got Melbourne and North coming up, so he might make a bit of cash. English finally did something.
I
Um,
know. Finally has that score.
wow, Tim, it took you 3 weeks, mate. Is he R2? He's R2. He's
He's not
R2.
R2, cunt.
Uh, yeah. If
Look
I
look
had
at the standings. Look, see who's because English has played an extra
it, it
game.
is it is it is Grundy. I'm pretty sure that's leading.
Oh, that is just fucking
Where is
glorious,
it?
isn't it?
Oh, we got to go to the rucks here. Oh no.
Nah,
So English,
English
but
is
we go by average. English is
it's
up three
English.
by average. Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
Nah, we'll
So
see.
Grundy's got to go like a 150 to get ahead.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it's happening.
We'll see. I still don't mind the Grundy sort of pod pick. I don't know what to make of the rucks this year. In all honesty, just fucking pick one and stick with it. I wish I did what you did and just didn't change. I'd have
Mm.
about three or four more trades up my sleeve because I went Grundy out to Rowan out to Sweet to English.
Yeah.
And I was almost tempted to fuck off English for Moyle this week just because I was so frustrated with English. And then I calmed down a little bit. But yeah, Heaney, Flanders, can we just is he the best player in Supercoach? Flanders?
He's
We
been
just have
charging. He just hasn't
Dude,
stopped.
he did his ankle in the game. Like he was off for about 10 minutes, say. He hasn't
Yeah.
he hasn't not scored
Hasn't
100.
missed a beat. He hasn't
I
missed a
reckon
beat.
yeah, because Heaney's actually sub-tunned a couple of times, hasn't he? One, two. He's
One,
only
two.
and they're actually very close as well. Um, yeah, I think Flanders is probably one of my favourite picks of the year. In all
Yeah.
honesty, like bloody hell, he's crazy.
What's he at now?
And
602.
it's who? So Flanders 602.
Flanders.
Yeah, yeah. I started with this bloke, so it was actually good that I've actually started someone and not try to trade him in and trade him back in.
Yeah.
Um, we'll talk about Zach Fisher later, but you were right originally at the start when you were calling him a keeper, and everyone was saying he would have been a buy flip or blah blah
Yeah.
blah or cash. Now everyone has come to Michael's tune basically, and
He's a
I was a
keeper.
believer, but he's a keeper. Michael, can you cue the stallion for me?
Oh, give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Fucking give me a sec. Bring him in.
My stallion of the week has to go to Jackson Macrae. Well done, mate.
He did it. He's
101.
back.
He is back. You are
He's
staying in my
back.
team. He got so lucky. He got so lucky with that 50 and a goal. And then he was up to like 62 at a quarter time. And I'm going, I remember talking to you because I wasn't watching the game or I went to the toilet. And then you was like, McRae's on 62. And I'm like, who, Finn? I was like, not even believing in Jack McRae. But 101, he's backed it up. And he is definitely the stallion. Oh my,
He's a
keep him.
keeper now.
Oh no, I'm serious.
No
I don't give a
way,
fuck.
cunt.
I don't give a fuck.
Just
He's gonna be my
rid
loop.
of the cunt.
No, he is staying. He's staying. He proved himself. I don't know. I may flip him at his buy, or I might just buy another forward option and just loop him in. Like I'll figure it out. But oh god, it was good to get 100 from it. Yeah, if he goes 90 next week, what would you do? I'd probably keep him.
Yeah, it's a good
Because
point. You'd probably
you
just
got
hold.
80 to 90 is a pass for me. If he scores lower than that, but we've got Kerno, we've got like a couple of forward options that are, that 20K mark. So I'd be able to flip maybe Sullivan and Graham at the end of their buy and just get a shitty F7.
Yeah.
But who knows? This bloke might. He's got an 80 average right now, so let's just calm down. We'll calm
I
down.
still don't believe in the pick. I think he just got really lucky at the start of the game.
Of course he did. Of course he did. But you take them. You take them, and he. I don't know. He's playing as a half forward, but I mean, the role's shit. But if he gets an 80 or 90, but he scored 2 goals and had a great game, and he got 101. So we got to. And this is what I was going to say. This pick could have easily been Dylan Moore, who we spoke about on the pod. This was one of the greatest games I've seen from like a half forward flanker. He
Kick
was just
five.
kick five was just going like he's one of those players that either leads up like butters, like from centre half forward to the CBA, so he gets that sort of first kick and then boots it, and he was just getting score assists, 169 points.
Wow.
So this is why I should not keep Macrae, all right? Because this bloke, I chose Macrae instead of this bloke or Rankin. So the scoring's there. He's been a bit down recently, but he's a solid option. I do like Dylan Moore.
How's Hawthorn though? Are they gonna crack the 8? Am I gonna get my slab?
Yeah, I know. Well, I think
Reef McInnes hasn't played, and Hawthorn's gonna make the 8.
Well, I already owe you two. I already owe you two slabs,
Yeah,
don't
so you
I?
make it
So I
4.
need Reef to play some games so I can actually just not owe you 3 slabs because
For all
it's
the
really
listeners, we put a bet on at the start of the year. I said Hawks will make the 8, and then Crooksy said that Reef McInnes would play more than 10 games. And I said there's no fucking way he plays more than 10
to be
games.
fair. He's got 8. He's got like 7. He's played 7 games or something.
Yeah,
Reef.
and he's played terrible in all of them. I don't think he's had a single
Who?
good game yet.
Don't get me started. Who have we got? Ash Johnson. Seriously,
No, but what
Kruger.
I'm saying is if we didn't have the injuries, there's no way he plays.
That's all right. Well, all we need is some more injuries so Reef plays, and then I don't know you a
Yeah, I
slap.
tell you how many games he's played. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games.
Oh, fuck. So we need 4 games from him, and
That's
he's
not
injured at the
looking good.
moment.
Yeah, injured.
Well, we'll deal with. We'll just talk about it later. Let's just pray that he plays 4 more games. I'll get into my trades. Who was it going to trade out? Oh, yep. Wilson and
You can trade
Closey.
out Wilson. Yeah.
Yep. Now, here's my question to you.
Hmm.
If Harley Reid gets 1 week, do I keep him? Because he'll have technically still have.
It'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks, but it's not like a 3-week injury.
What's
Is
his
he a
run?
keeper?
Because obviously he only plays good at Optus. He doesn't play good anywhere else. So you've just got to cash in those Optus games. If he
Yeah, it's
doesn't
a
play
shame.
many for the rest of the season, then it's a trade.
This week would have been a feed because he was versus North this week, but so he'd miss the Optus, and then
You'd get
he'd
5
miss.
more good scores out of him.
Yeah, it's a bit patchy, isn't it?
So half games would be good and half games won't be good. There's 5 and 5, I think.
And he's versing Hawks at Optus, okay. Brisbane, okay. Freo could be anything. Gold Coast could be anything. Carlton could be hard. I don't know. Would you just punt him? Because this is what I can do without. So I could do Lockie Neal in,
Mm-hmm.
and then what is Fisher doing down there? What a disgrace!
Get back in the forward line.
Fuck off, bitch.
Yeah.
I get real, OCD with like my players being in the position. Like I've had to chuck Flanders every time I've optimized my team. Flanders just ends up in the forward line and I crack it. I've got to maneuver my whole team. So he's F1 for a reason. That's why he's never sub tons. He wouldn't be doing that in the midfield, brother. So I think I might get Jacob Blight, but this could be anyone. This could be Dawson.
Why are you so hot on Blight?
Well, Jacob Blight is a mid-season draftee from Richmond. I think he had 20 touches last game. But but I think he has a very good average in the waffle. Um, he's an intercept defender, but I don't know what his average is, but I think it's 80s or something. But I think because of Lafau's injury, I heard some Richmond fans saying that maybe Bolter will be going forward because they got no one essentially, and maybe Blight comes in. But this player could easily be Dawson. I just don't trust Dawson. I don't think he has good job security. I've seen a lot of people say it's shit, but I could get another rookie around 123 or something like that. But if I kept this, I'd just use 2 trades, right? The next following week, I could down sweep to a rookie, another 102k rookie, and get Harley Reid for Zorko the following week.
Sweet probably plays not this week,
No,
next week.
he didn't get
Didn't get any
yeah, sorry, he
suspension.
didn't get
No.
suspended. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
So I guess I'd just use him next week and use 2 trades again. But I guess should I just bring Zorko in now? It just means I can get Neil in this week and then get Zorko next week, or I can get maybe LDU and Reed. So I can show you. You've seen this plan, and then I'll just trade. What's happening here, mate? There we go.
I kind of like the one that you showed me where you got Zorko and LDU in.
Yeah, so this is it. So next week, I can only probably afford a 500k player. So unless McKercher or Rosie's in, and I probably want to wait 1 week on Rosie, I might not trade next week. I might only use 1 trade. But I guess this way I'm still getting 2 primos in this week. But who am I trying to get? Oh yeah, Davies. I'm very hot. We said last week on the pod that I love Davies Uniac, and I always wanted to own him. And he's a pod as well, so we're keeping it all happening. But yeah, Zorko and then LDU in there, and it just mean I wouldn't trade next week. But all I would be actually doing is just downgrading Will Graham. Like I'd be fine for the buys. So
What do you mean? Like you'd just be downgrading Will Graham?
like because I can't really afford. So say if I've got LDU in there,
Mm.
I won't have enough money to upgrade Sweet to Graham. You know,
Mm.
you have another upgrade. The only other one I can do is get Goulden in, and then I may be able to afford like a 530 or something K player, which was really only Hayden Young, which what I was sort of looking at, which is not it's not the best move, you know. So I could just
Mm.
hold the fort. I have never held the fort this year, I don't think. So I don't see
You have
an
not.
issue
You have
of.
not stopped.
So I got a
I'm actually
primo.
surprised that you're only doing. You were thinking of maybe even doing 2 trades. How dare he?
Yeah. Shut up, mate. Shut up. It'll probably change next week because I'll probably cop an injury or something, but touch wood it doesn't. But I mean, I upgraded in the first week. Most people weren't upgrading last week. So I got my McGovern in. This week I'm getting 2. And then next week I just downgrade Graham to a rookie that I don't need. And then that's it, you know? And then
Mhm.
the following week I can use some other cash, which I'm sure I will, because you know Graham will give me cash anyway. He'll give me 190k to play with the following week, so I can go sweet to someone. So I think maybe this looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I got Zorko. I mean, Zorko we'll just quickly touch on, and then I'll pass to you. But he does. He's 610k right now. He's got a break even of 125, but he's still got that 66 in his system. So he's got 175 against the Saints. But we just look at his Gold Coast. He got 160. Richmond, he got 161. You know, so those poor defending teams.
I
Could have
don't think
hit.
Saints give up as much to defenders as everyone is thinking
Yeah.
this
Oh
year.
well, that's that. What's his name? Clark, who we were hot on. He
Hmm.
absolutely smoked him. I think it's
Did
those
he?
running. I think I
Yeah.
got it wrong. I thought it was McGovern that was meant to be like the elite one, but it's really just the running carry guys. I think because Bailey Dale went massive on him. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, so maybe it's like those backmen. Anyway, but if I get
Which is kind
Zorko,
of the
I've,
Zorko role.
yeah, if I get Zorko, I've got Zorko. So it leaves me with um, two upgrades left. So by the buys finishing, I would have a full team, I think, which
Cool.
is good.
And you're
So
getting in LDU pod U, pod
yeah, so
LD pod U.
we'll speak about him later. But gee whiz, I am a bit concerned about his injury history. Like we look, um, where is it? 23. Like he's known to fuck around people. Like he was out. Is this him last year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like had a big spell and then went massive and then had a big spell. But
Surely
I'm
not just
interested.
after his bye. Had a little bit of a
Exactly.
break,
And
got up in the sun.
if it's him versus Goulden, um, it's not even a question, is it?
Yeah, I think I'd take LDU. The role's probably a lot better.
Yeah. Um, and how many percent teams is he in? 6%, and he's got a
Happy with
64
that.
BE. And he's versus West Coast with no Harley Reid. I mean, not that that's like a real major factor, but
West Coast are
they
going to
do.
pump him.
You reckon? Yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
yeah. Oh, come on, LDU, fucking do something, mate. Um. Anyway,
But
I
they don't
just
have
had
anyone in their midfield. I'm pretty sure Kelly's out as well, isn't he?
the other. The other one is no. Kelly's will be back this week. He's
Oh, he is.
yeah, he's back. What if seeing I traded Sheasel? Do I just bring Sheasel back instead and run a seventh defender, or do you think I should just go to LDU?
Just go LDU. I mean, just
Sheasel will
finish
just
your
be
midfield.
around. Yeah, Sheasel will be around every like sort of McGovern and all that. It'll all sort of equal out.
Hmm.
But yeah, I am getting scared that I've really sold my soul, and we worked it out last week. I was a primo down from this fucking trade, but I got Ryan, so I'm happy. But anyway, I'll show you. I'll give you back to screen. But yeah, hopefully onwards and upwards. Let's just try and aim
Yeah,
for three.
I think you're looking good. I think you're looking good, mate. I think you're
It
gonna
wouldn't
crush it.
it, it wouldn't hurt for Hugo Garcia to bloody crack back in the team. I tell you what, just a
Oh
cup
no!
of cat.
Apparently he came back from injury last week,
Yep,
and played this week, and like able for selection or something, something along those lines.
I don't think he gets back.
Well, apparently the only reason he was out was because of injury, wasn't it, or something? Like he wasn't able for selection is because he wasn't in the team. I don't know.
Yeah, he got rested, but it's bad. There's Brad Crouch getting like 30 touches in the VFL. I don't know what Brad Crouch has done, but he's on the outer.
Ross
Is
is
that a
not happy with
is that a
him.
fight with Ross? That's funny. That's funny. Like you got such a good player like that, getting 30 touches, and it's exactly what's happened to his brother last year. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
So I went 1965 shit house. It's just been the story of my fucking season. Um, yeah, I'm at out 10,000 now. I think I've
it
called it
didn't drop
quits on
that
this.
bad.
I've
It
called it
didn't
quits on
drop
the
that bad.
season. Um,
Oh,
as in called it quits of like, I think I'm just going to focus on trying to win some leagues and just try get some pods into this team and see what we can do with it from there. I had Nick Dacos was my vice captain, and then I had Ryan Bailey. I brought in Bailey Dale this week, 132. Happy with that. Um, And then yeah, people let me down. Clary went a 73.
He's
Merritt
y
97, Butters 98. Like, phew, tough
what are
viewing.
you gonna do about Clary?
Oh, I'm gonna trade Clary out.
Yeah.
The Gorn 95 hurt, and then the Harrison, Wilson, Freya, Sullivan, and Closey all around like the 60 to 40s. Like that's just tough viewing across the board. Positive stallion of the week has to go to Sexton. Sexton, I guess, sexy boy,
So
got
jealous.
tonned up.
I'm so jealous about this pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Sexy boy tonned up.
He's a
He's
gunman.
got fucking the Saints next week.
He's a
So
keeper. He's a keeper.
hopefully,
Yeah.
if Will Power's back in the team, I wonder how he goes. Hey,
I think Jeffrey goes out. But it's kind of
yeah,
weird,
but what
like
I'm saying is like,
yeah.
how's his role going to look? You know, he's probably not
Yeah,
going to be the
maybe
main guy
80s.
back there, main distributor.
Yeah.
So at the moment, he's going to be a fine F6, I think.
Yeah. Lucky
Um,
you. He's only got one
but
more week. When does Will Power come back?
I think it's after the buy, maybe.
Yeah.
So I might even trade him out in his buy. I actually don't even know yet.
Yeah.
Um, my stallion of this week, no, my Magin of the week has to go to fucking Clayton Oliver, don't you reckon?
Oh
Like this
yeah.
guy is just a fucking idiot. They got pumped by how much did they get pumped by? Like everyone in this team, were they even? Did you watch the game? I didn't watch. I was just like,
Melbourne Freo.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, I was just watching fan footy a little bit. Oh, I think I watched like the last quarter, but I tip Melbourne. I don't know what the hell has happened to them, but obviously this no preseason or limited preseason thing,
Mm.
it is something that you need to consider when you um pick your players, and obviously it hasn't worked. But 460K for Oliver, it was worth a punt. But I know people that brought him in after that. After when he went good, when was that game? The West Coast game, wasn't it? Wasn't it? He scored 120 something.
It was
Um, yeah, the West
the
Coast game.
West Bulldog game, wasn't?
No, no, sorry, the West Coast game.
Oh,
Round of
down
10.
here, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And he looked good. I remember
Well,
you.
he looked good in all the
I
games.
remember you on the
This,
pod saying he will push top 8. That's like me saying Macrae is top 6 of
I said
forward.
he could push top eight if all the
Just
things aligned.
biased. We're all biased. That's why we're
Ugh.
called the one-eyed pod.
So it's tough. It's tough viewing. Trades for this week, I honestly haven't even looked. So let's do it in live time. I think I've been saying that I'm going to bring in Chad, but it's
Yeah.
actually strange because
You
um,
need to you need to swap Zorko.
or is it's strange because I don't know if I want to bring you in now just because there's so many people who are like
I re- you're
bringing
s-
him in.
you're hotter than you're hotter on him than me, but I just reckon he is a chance to do what Noah Anderson does, and this is his purple. They're similar players, like damaging, but they're roller coasters. Where at that
I think
price, you got
that's what I want though.
Dunkley. Exactly. So have some fun with it. But if
Mm,
it shits the bed, you're going to get these middle scores, 73. Oh, but he
yeah,
hasn't done that bad. He's only got 73, 96, 81 is really his lull of form. So he's actually been pretty consistent. And I'd much rather him than Errol this year.
yeah. The only problem
Yeah.
is that he has to kick goals to get these kind of scores, which he does
Well,
kick goals.
Geelong, everyone is been peppering Geelong at the moment, and Adelaide, everyone's been doing the same in the mids. So you got GWS that he's a big game player, and then Freo, which is a bit harder because they're tougher on the mids, but Saints and then North. So he's got like a good run in for the next 6.
Yeah, I just wanted to trade in a pod, and I'm thinking that is he still going to be a pod after
Why
this
wouldn't you go
week?
Dunkley or Neil?
I don't want to go. I don't think I want Dunkley in my team. Locking. I
Yeah.
could go Neil, but I think Neil's got the same amount of trade-ins. Um, they're both
Right.
pretty
We
even,
can we can go through them later. Yeah. I haven't.
and they're
Yeah.
both 5% owned, both the
What about
same price.
old mate that I just brought in?
LDU.
Yeah.
I could bring in LDU. B's in 6% of teams.
What's the fuck do you want? Like 2%, 4%?
I want
Wait,
I want
wait,
0%.
wait. If uh look, you have the great round 15 buy, don't you? Like you have hardly anyone in there. Isn't that
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah,
why
yeah.
wouldn't you
I think
bring
I've only got
in?
3 or 4 players.
Why would you? It depends how you think about this guy. But how much is he? Oh, he's a bit expensive now. Chalor, 650K.
Way too expensive.
Yeah, hey, mate.
I would have definitely brought in Shalor, but he's way too
Adam
expensive.
Chalor. What's Adam Chalor going? He's got 143 break even, but how much is he averaging? I'm just having a quick look here.
I got it here. He's
He's
Adam
averaging
Treloar.
117,
Yeah,
and his
what a
lowest score is
fucking
91 this
balls.
year. If
Yeah,
he
crazy
imagine,
stuff.
and how many percent of teams is he? Oh, you got it up as well.
1%,
He's in. Yeah, that would be that.
2%.
That's up your That's up your alley, Mikey. Mate,
I
you
know,
could
but
probably
he's
find one.
650.
You could probably find one, but those are your options. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like 2% versus 8%, it's still a pot at the end of the day.
How
So,
many people are trading them in this week? Traded in
yeah, we can go on it now.
4,128, top 10%. So, do you reckon that's going to change it much?
For just the people bringing in players.
People who have him.
I think a lot of people will be bringing Chad in, but not a lot. But that probably around that mark, maybe around 6,000.
So what's that, like a 5%?
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
may
I don't know what
be.
that makes
Hey,
him.
what's he on? What is he right now? Is he 2% or?
5%.
So yeah, so he might get up to 10%. And you got to think about it. People probably have that one mid spot remaining. So even if he has a good week this week, people may jump on him. But you just got to think about. I mean, you're picking the player because they're good. Like 10% is still pottish. Like who else would you go?
I don't know. I don't really like anyone else. I was actually even toying with the idea of bringing in
Crispy.
Chad, and then on the after the Gold Coast bye, bringing in Noah Anderson,
Yeah,
and then
mate.
just having two absolute up roller coaster players in there, or one could launch or one could not,
Or they just both. They both
and
fucking
they
shit
both
the
just
bed.
eat it.
Yeah. But they could leap you. I mean, I don't mind that. Noah's like 52 or not 52, sorry. He's 520 or something around that price. Um you could do that. Jack Crisp is 530K, a bit expensive now. Do you need another
Mm,
defender? You don't even need. Oh, yeah,
um,
you could bring a
I
defender
could put
in.
in another defender in. I need how many I need one more defender, and I need two more forwards. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
because I
does
have an extra midfielder now.
Dylan Moore, does he well, he's not even going to be a pod anymore actually, so
Yeah, well, I'm not going to trade in another player this week. I don't think I have the cash for that.
could you just
Um,
quickly look defenders, top scoring defenders on your thing?
yeah. So
Maybe you could get a
defenders,
defender in maybe.
we've got Jordan Clark at the top by this week. Then got Ridley, then Max Holmes, Ed Richards.
What about big old Eddie?
Probably going to save my last spot for him, maybe.
Yeah, right. He does have a high break even, I'm pretty sure, because he knocked him. Oh, he still scored 70 in that game.
Yeah, he's break even. I've got it all. I've got it all written down, but I'll bring it up for everyone. Break even at
120.
119. and then it would go to 123 the next week.
Yeah, I'm considering him as a option after his bye. I just don't know if I'll be able to do it because I've got about 7 Bulldogs players already on in my team. So just that buy is completely screwed. It's just bullies and pies players. Um, yeah, I'd bring in Chad. You could bring in Chad, or you could bring in Neil Dunkley. Who's the other? LDU. Um,
I'm just going to bring in Chad for just those ceiling
you've
games
wanted
where he just
Chad.
launches.
Well, his 3 round average. I'm looking at it now. He's got the highest 3 round average, and it's 138 points, and he's 4% of team. So I reckon he'll may push to 8% mark, and that's even maybe a maybe. And who have they got this week? I think they've got. I can't
Geelong.
remember. Geelong. Oh, that'd be a nice VC. That would be an elite VC because you're already going
Yeah.
Nick. Like that's obvious. So maybe you could just. And then you could be climbing the ranks.
I think I'll do. I think I'm going to bring in Chad. I don't know what rookie I'm going to bring in. And then next week, might as well jump into the segment now. Welcome. I'm going to play my sting right now. 3, 2, 1. Michael's Pods. Come and
And
look
we're
at
here.
Michael's Pods.
Michael Pods.
Michael's Pods. Yeah, so I updated the list a little bit to Michael's Pods. So Chad Warner ticked off. This is the pod I'm going to bring in. I mean,
Ripper's
Will
doing all right.
Day is interesting. LDU, you're going to bring in this week, 6%
Yeah.
owned. Rory Laird, I think I'm going to do this real quick for all the
Well,
the
especially
viewers.
when the news with Crouch being out for the season and Dawson being out managed.
Oh, true. So you reckon we could change this back?
I do not know. What do you think? I think he would obviously get a boost with Crouch out.
Well, he's going to get his role back probably.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd go near there at all.
No, I don't think I will either. But
Yeah,
we know what Rory Laird can do. Rory Laird can be the
yeah,
best player in the game.
yeah.
So could be interesting. Kind of shoot myself in the foot right now by going Chad. I wish I could just chuck in Ed Richards, but probably
Can
can't
you
do
go
that.
Will Day?
I can go Will Day. I don't think I want to go Will Day though.
Yeah, he's looked unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's
1% of teams.
I wanted him. I told you about him last week, or I don't think I mentioned. We went through all these players, and I forgot to mention Will Day. And I
Yeah.
remember at the next morning just going, "Fuck! I forgot to talk about Will Day."
Yeah.
He has not missed a beat. Like if I had, I can't kind of like I just said before. I don't have the players to go this buy, but he is a great pickup. I reckon. I reckon he's gonna be like sneaky. Just everyone just doesn't go him because there's so many mid spots. But I guess he's still young, compared to your guns like Cripps and Neil and all that. So
Mm.
maybe the jury's still out on him, but he would be a great pod to have in your team. I think he's solid.
Yeah. I think he's solid
Yeah.
as well.
And Hawthorn look good. That's the main thing. Hawthorn look good.
Yeah. I just don't want to have
Needs
to
shame.
start watching Hawks games.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Noah Anderson. You could probably. I actually don't mind going. He
See,
only
did he
plays
score
good.
150 this week?
Yeah, only plays good against at his home ground. At home ground, they only play
Yeah.
good at home.
Yeah. And that's crazy. So who did I trade in last week? There was between him and who did I bring in? Oh, Crispy brought in. But I guess Noah did score a 50 or 40 or something last week. So he's just a complete roller coaster. But he's so fun. Like
he would
he's
even
just,
it out though. Like he's evening out these scores.
yeah. And that's what everyone has said. Like, hey, I owned him last year. Just get ready, brother. Get ready. So it could be a fun. I might jump on later if I've got that different spot.
That's what I'm
Um,
considering because I got some buy flips and I'm like, "Oh, do I bring in another one,
yeah,
another
yeah.
crazy person?" So
What about
there's
Cripper? Your
also,
mate Cripper. You're big on Cripper.
I think he's having a good season. Not big on him. I just think he was having a good season. Did you watch the end of that game?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
They
clearance pig,
creamed it. That
creamed him.
103 is a bit surprising. I thought it
It
was a
was
bit
surprising.
better than that. So
I
yeah.
think he was on like not much before the last quarter though.
Mm.
Um, but he's gone up 1% of teams since last week. Um, but if
You'd
there's
rather.
someone want to talk on here that's not
Yep.
Cripper,
Yep.
it's Jeremy McGovern has gone from 6% of teams to 8% of teams. His average went up to 10 from 107 to 108 this week. He's gone up to 561k, 3 round average of 114, last score 113. I think he's such a solid pick. And I think this is going to turn more into like an everyone owned eventually.
That's all right. At least I'll loan him at the start of. I just can't believe it. Like he does He's basically what everything that Ryan does. He does the same, but he's a better interceptor. Um,
Yeah.
but like 33 at halftime, I was just going, fuck, like, what the fuck is going on here? And he did exactly what Ryan did when Ryan, you know how he got that bail 111 or something, and
Mm.
Ryan was doing nothing, and then he just got the kick ins, and then just the chip, and then his points started going. So those are the
Just
players you need, isn't it?
Yeah, they're
The
players that just piss out points.
the player that I didn't really consider. I wish I probably provided more consideration. D4, Max Holmes.
Yeah.
He
He's looked great, hasn't he?
he has looked excellent, and maybe he is that M8 D7 that I want. But he'll
Mm.
obviously play instead of Whitfield and Martin. But having that player, because he's just unreal, and when he's when Dangerfield's not playing, he's in the middle. When he's
Mm.
not in there, he's going to play on the sort of wing that a half back, and accumulate those
Yep.
points. But he absolutely scorched him last week. I really like the pick. Yeah,
Yep. Um, Let me just
read him out.
put a red mark on this one. Read out this pod. Scored an 81. Went up a percent in teams. So some poor lads brought this guy in this week. Um, I know how it feels, bringing in a spud, but
Yeah, we all do.
hopefully he
We all do.
bounces back. Yeah. The pod of the year, I reckon, is coming turning into, and I've called it, and I'm probably too late to jump on him now. 2% owned now. I think he was 2% owned last week, still 2% owned.
I think he's had
Um,
1,000 trade-ins this week, but that's all right.
really,
That's still very low. I'm pretty sure there will be Pies fans. I'll do some work in the background about that.
3 round average of 107, last score 117, break even at 96. I mean, we called it, didn't we? And it's just happening in front of us.
Just because of the Pies are decimated, so he's going to stay, but he provides more value than most of our mids. Like Mitchell wouldn't be able to provide that. It'd be
No,
slower. Um,
yeah,
and De Go is injured, and I don't know how much you know his injury is going to be. Like he may have to play forward this year because there's just it's just been a shit year for injuries for Collingwood. He's been traded in by totally wrong. He's been traded in by 109 teams.
so
So
people are still fading this.
yeah, 10 tackles. So he's a tackle merchant. I mean, I do like him. And he missed two guys. He's actually been on the scoreboard quite regularly in the last 3 weeks. Like he gets around
Mm.
there. Um, I don't know, Michael. You should jump on. You should jump on for the fun of it.
I think I'm gonna jump on Chad this week. I can't. I don't want. I can't use my last spot for. I suppose I could use my last spot back there for Jack Crisp,
Yeah,
and then use my last mid spot for Ed Richards, and then
yeah,
that way I have a defensive mid swing.
yeah. I do like that. It's probably what I'm gonna do. Um, I mean, I'd probably rank Richards and Holmes and maybe McGovern ahead of Crisp. But I feel like Crisp is just going to be very good. You know, he's going to
Mm.
provide 115, I think, or 110 maybe. And that's pretty good, isn't it, for a 2% own? He's better than that fucking shit cunt Whitfield. Let me
It's
say
pretty
that.
good. Like it's heaps better. A lot of people have fucking like myself, Nick Martin. You have Whitfield. Like these
Yeah,
players, and then you got players like Jack Crisp. If you can supplement out a shit
yeah,
player like Martin, and you have a Crisp instead, where you're just gaining an extra 40 points on them every week.
yeah. Um, yeah, and Sicily, I think you can put the red on. Just don't know if I just don't know. Maybe, and it actually kills me because we love this guy. Like we
Yeah,
love him. Um, I just don't know. Don't know.
I don't know either.
When you got all
It's
those other options in front of you, you'd pick
mm,
everyone ahead of Sicily.
it's crazy that these are the options. Like I'm
Yeah,
always just like, oh no, there's other people, but I'm like, no, like these are the only options you have. Oh my fucking god, the only options if you want like pods,
yeah.
and I just can't stop thinking that this is what I have to pick from.
With the Neil and Dunkley, for people that are considering it, I've looked at Dunkley and his CBAs are like 70s or 76 and sometimes 80 or 90s. But
Mm.
Neil's just a pure mid, but Neil has the risk of being tagged often and he's got a Windhager tag next week um, after the Bullies match up.
Should we
So you
should
did
we call our Brisbane informant and ask him about Neil or
Dunkley.
Dunkley?
Yes, do that.
What's going on?
Captain,
Mm.
you're on the podcast. We want to ask you a question about some Brisbane players. Crooks is here as well.
Yeah, what do you got?
What do you reckon about Lockie Neal or Josh Dunkley this year?
As in pick one, or just what do I think?
Oh,
Both.
what you think, and then pick one.
Dunkley's been down a fair bit. Don't know what's going on there. Neil was down, but I really reckon he's starting to come good. I don't know whether he was carrying something or I don't think he had much of a preseason, Neil.
Mm.
So I think that's why he's starting to come into it. But Dunkley's been down a bit, but I think he does get asked to like half tag most games, going to the opposition's best mid.
Yeah.
Breno sold me. It's Neil. It's Neil.
Yeah,
I am thinking of bringing him in.
you're going to bring in Neil as well?
Yeah.
Here we go. So basically, you're just saying Dunkley's dog water. He's got too many roles he's got to play, and Neil has just got the keys to the city.
Yeah, and I've noticed the last couple of games, Dunkley down forward, and I did not see that at all last year.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Berry's playing pretty well in the midfield, and I reckon he's like the exact same kind of player as Dunkley. So Dunkley's losing some of his midfield chance.
70% CBAs. I told you 70% CBAs. It's done. It's Neil. Welcome, Lockie Neil.
Yeah.
I can't
All
get
right,
him this
mate.
week, but
Thanks for the input. It was actually really good and backed up Crooks' fucking jargon. All right, thanks, mate. I'll talk to you later. So you're pretty much bang on, hey?
yep. So I think you'd go Neil.
I think
I
you go
would love
Neil
to
as
pick.
well after that.
I would love to pick Neil. I'll have a think about it if I want to pick Neil and Zorko or just get LDU in and capitalize this week. I just have to see, is the points on field this week really worth it? I did want. I guess we can skip Rowan Marshall. He is dog shit. He is dog
Yeah.
shit. Put a red through him. I don't
Put
even
a
care if
line
he
through him.
comes. That's for ruining my season, Rowan. Ruining it. I was so
Lines
happy
through him,
watching.
the only ruck.
I was so happy watching his downfall. I was so happy. I was just like, I knew you were not that good. But you wait
I
till
knew
next
you were
week.
fucking dog water.
You wait. You wait. I just wanted to, you can go back to your team because I know that you're trying to try and buy flip. So how many trades do you have remaining?
I've got 11 trades.
Fucking hell, mate. Oh, yeah. How many have you used this week? 2.
2.
Shit.
So
Donkey.
next week I should be able to do 3, and I'll trade out maybe Sexton, Took, and Oliver.
Yep.
I just want to talk about Took real quick.
He's shit. He's shit.
His disposal efficiency is just so low, and he had 8 clangers on the
When
weekend.
when Graham is playing more CBAs than Took, it just looks alarming. I don't mind
Well,
the buy flip.
this is what I'm saying. And this is what I was talking about like previous weeks. He just has these games where he just has low disposal efficiency, and as soon as it starts, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have 8 clangers, well, he probably did like a 140 this game, you know.
Yeah, that is true.
But he just
But
has these games, and he does it all the time, and it's just consistently like every time he has a down game, it's because he's had heaps of clangers throughout the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
So
I mean, they're not bad. So I'm looking at them again. They're not terrible scores, but there's a lot of sub tons in there.
Mm,
So it's just a nearly their pick. It's exactly what Merritt's doing. I mean,
yeah,
Merritt's probably doing a little bit more.
it's super
Um,
annoying pick. I just hope
90,
that
93,
Clary
122,
and
97. Oh no, he swapped that. But yeah, he's not he's only hit 100 twice in the last 5.
yeah, it's really depressing. So in round 14, I'll be Took, Clary, and Sexton, and I'll probably bring in 1 mid and then maybe a forward. And then in the last pick would be bringing Ed Richards in at the last week of the buys and put him in my D7. Oh, D6, sorry.
Yeah. And so you've only got 2 more upgrades to go, is that right? Or have you got 3?
Yeah, I think 2 more upgrades. Let's have a look. You go there. Let's just say
Can you swap Fisher to the forward line and swap Sexton there? It's just pissing me off.
come on,
Come
mate.
on. Just put your players in the spot.
Put them in the spot they're meant to go. All right, stop fucking around. So
Yeah, he's a forward. I mean, you top 6 forward, not a defender.
yeah, I've got 2 upgrades to do because this should be a
Oh.
defender, but they're going to buy this week, so I'm just bringing in an extra mid.
True. Yeah. All
What
right.
I've done here. So yeah, I've got 2 upgrades to do. 2 upgrades in 11 trades. I'm pretty happy with that.
That's good. I'm 2 and 9, which is a bit of a hairy situation, which means I don't think I can buy flip anyone.
Yeah. Well, I've decided that I think I decided this not this week, but last week. I've had just like this thing in my head where I'm like, I don't want to use too many trades now because I think I'm going to start trying to win leagues.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try save some trades for finals and just try and make finals and then save some trades for finals and then
Yeah.
just make those trades to bring in those players that are just going to slaughter.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I think you'll be finished with 7 trades. Is that right?
No, I'll have 6. I'll have 6 trades.
Yeah. So I think I'm around 5. So 5's all right.
Yeah.
I may push it to 4 to try and get that 23rd primo or 24th. Because you got to think Rosie's going to be 400k. McCurch is going to be 380 if he ever comes back, but the timeline's unknown still. And then I don't know all the others, but those are the 2 options that you can, sort of get on the cheap to cover your bench. So there's going to be a way that everyone sort of has sort of bench players playing in those areas.
There will be. And I'm not even mad. I don't even think I have a bad team. It's
no,
just
you
not
don't.
scoring well.
Like Walsh could easily be top 8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, You've got all the good ones. You just flip. I would be considering offloading Martin before Tuke, probably. In all honesty,
You think so?
I don't know. He
He's
hasn't been
just looks
any.
like a shit kind of pick, hasn't he?
Um, he could have easily been 100, but that's probably his. That's probably what all he was going to do. He wasn't going for 125 or anything like that. And
Mm,
yeah, he's been a bit lackluster, but maybe he can bounce back. But I don't think the pick is as dead as he's an obvious trade out. But Miller's still doing okay compared to like
okay.
maybe Martin will go back to a 95 average.
I've even toyed with the idea of Toot, Clary, Martin, and keeping Sexton.
I don't mind that,
Um,
but it is a bit of a risk because you don't have that data of Sexton.
yeah.
Um,
It's just a thought I was thinking, like, because I kind of was thinking I don't really like Martin in my team right now,
Neither, and I wish
and
I never
if
traded him in.
it could be like a McGovern, and then this be like an Ed Richards or something, that would be fucking ideal.
Yeah. And you're up. You got Grundy up your sleeve as well. So people would have used those trades on Rowan and English and all that.
Yeah.
So, no, you're in a good spot. And you got Sheasel. You got Sheasel as well.
Yeah, I think I wasted a few too many trades with Jack Steele and then
Oh yeah,
out and then to fucking
Crouch,
Clary and then Clary.
Crouch
Yeah.
out.
Crouch, Jack Steele, Clary.
Thank
That's
God Crouch
three
was injured
trades,
at least.
three sideways.
Should we get on to the VCs and Cs?
Yeah, let's get on to VCCs.
Just quick on rookies. I mean, there's no rookies, so just if you actually need someone good, I think you're going to be in the shitter. To be honest, I know our man Hippo was asking. He brought in Dawson last week, and he wanted to know who to bring in. I don't think there is anyone, unless this, like you got Will Dawson, you got Lockie McNeil, who maybe have good job security for the time being because West is out, but he's half forward flank. Aaliyah could be a one, but I reckon he could be out in the next 2 weeks because he was
You think so?
replacing Jack Buckley. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should pay up for Leek Aaliyah. I think you
Yep.
should just, pick Dawson. You only need him for 2 games. Or get Blight or Gray from Richmond who you think may play a game. There's also a West Coast mid-season draftee called Jack Hutchinson who was on Collingwood VFL list. He kicked 5 or 4, I'm pretty sure. But, just pick someone that plays a game, I reckon, and to cover you in the buys. That's what I reckon. See, there's no rookies getting picked at all.
No.
It's really
Top 1%, bringing in Errol Goulden, 114 of them.
I don't know if I like the pick. Look at his stats just quickly. He's still going to be a pod in the top 1%. He could climb you, but I know
I
he's
don't like
20% owns. Neither. And I feel like Heaney has stolen his thunder, and which is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
And his time on ground is getting upwards, but it's not like he's damaging with it. And if anything, it should be more. Where you look at Chatty Boy, bang, 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 bang.
Like if Chad doesn't kick his goals, let's do a little deep dive on Chad before we do anything, just because I haven't even done any research and I won't. This will be my trades. So I'm going to do some research right now. Let's just quickly, I just want to jump on DFS, Australia, share this tab, players. I wanted to see what he scores when he doesn't kick goals. If he
Let's just bet
scores
those-
hundreds,
There'd be
when
90s.
he doesn't, let's have a look. Chad Warner, SuperCoach, 90. Where is
scored
he's
88.
kicked a goal. He's kicked a goal in every game.
Yeah, he's 88 for the Richmond one where he didn't score one. And he was kicking at 70%. so that's like lower.
Yeah.
And then the other one's 84. I think he's good for a goal. That's the thing that is the most important thing here. And
He wasn't kicking at 70%, mate. He's kicking at 60%, 53, 59, 68.
sorry, your head's in the way. Is that the disposal efficiency?
Yeah, disposal efficiency is just here where my thing is.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the other one. Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Jeez.
time on ground.
They are a bit low. Jesus Christ. He butchers it a fair bit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But what's his tackle? He doesn't really tackle as well. He just
8
needs goals.
tackles, 3 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 tackles, 4 tackles.
Yeah.
He kicked 4 goals in this one, 3 goals in this one, 2 goals.
3 goals, 2. 3 goals, 2 as well.
Yeah, 1
Holy
goal.
shit.
So he kicked 1 goal, scored 100. 1 goal, 135. 1 goal, 85. Yeah, he doesn't not kick a goal, basically. It's very rare if he doesn't kick a goal. He's
I'd
got
go him.
56% CBAs, 73% CBAs, 62% CBAs, 56% CBAs.
That's strange.
Why does he have 56 in this game and 73 in this game?
That
Let's
is
have a look.
strange. Look at this. Yeah, look at the CBAs for that.
Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
You'd want the CBAs to be a bit higher, to be honest. 50, that's just not appealing. But what the hell do I know? He averages 138.
So CBAs, Chad Warner, 56, Rowbottom, 75, Heaney, 88. We're sharing it with Errol Moore last game.
Yeah. And then Adams has
Taylor
got to get.
Adams and McLean.
But when he goes forward, I guess the principle would be, that you could apply would be that he scores goals when he goes forward. So it's not really that bad. The CBA sort of
true.
the
And
thing
this
that
game,
we're looking at.
It's just pretty relevant to Errol getting a run in there. If Errol goes to 30% CBAs, then Chad Warner suffers.
And they're not appealing for Errol either, are they? That's a bit dirty.
It's a bit terrible. Like these two players are kind of the players that are on the outs. If people
and
are
he's always a
getting
winger.
through there.
He's a winger anyway. Golden. That's where he was playing last year as well. Just I don't mind him. Go him or just go Neil. Big Daddy Neil.
And Brisbane Lions. And then Lockie Neal is just classic pure mid, hey?
Yeah. And then Dunkley, like Breno and I said earlier before we called our informant, 69, 67. So he must be playing forward a little bit, which, yeah. I think that's it. Could you just quickly go on North just before we finish? I know nobody really listens to the end of this pod, but we may as well just for our own interest.
1 second, I just want to look at this. What has he done here? He's gone 110, 162, 79, 168. This is Lockie Neal.
Yeah.
I think I might bring in Lockie Neal.
I can't bring him in. Fuck.
Because his scores just look just so much better.
Yeah.
He's pure mid, 127, 125, 109, 109, 71, 168, 179, 162, 110.
Superstar. The only thing is he may get attention next week because he from Windhager, but Saints don't usually tag that much. But yeah.
I didn't think I was going to do this, but...
Well, I'm sure you'll change it, mate. It's Monday. Tuesday. Is it Monday night? Yeah, it is Monday night.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
All right, let's do captains, shall we? Oh, what do you want to say about North?
Oh, just LDU. What was his CBAs?
Okay, let's do it. Oh, LDU.
I think they're
North
pretty
Melbourne. I don't think he plays anywhere else. Yeah, he's the highest. He's higher than Sherry.
Get the fuck out, Cherry. You're stealing my CBAs.
Stop fucking tapping the ball. I'll fucking do it, you pig.
Oh god. All right. We can go, captains. Would you, if you had the option, would you go LDU or would you go Neil? I guess you're already doing that right now. You're picking Neil in front of.
I'm
LDU.
picking Neil in your face.
In my face. Oh mate, that's just rude. That's rude. That's why you just want me to use all my trades. That's what you're doing. It's just like boost again. And
Go on,
I'll
you
do it.
mutt. Just
I'll
boost.
do it.
Boost.
All right. Nah, I may bring Neil and wait 1 week on Zorky. I think he's an excellent option. All right, captain's VC. I reckon Neil is a shout for VC, but I don't think you can go past Bonte, can you? The Adelaide Richmond game, who has any of those players? So it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Dawson might be laid out, so
you could go.
what are you going to recommend?
You can go Sexton VC.
Oh, you're looking down already. Yeah. So I reckon the Friday night game's good, but the next. I mean, if you got an LDU against West Coast, I still don't think you'd do that. West Coast aren't pushovers anymore. Maybe if you had a Yo, but that's just ridiculous.
You'd VC Warner?
Yeah, 100% you would VC Warner. I'll go back to the Warner pick. I'll have Neil.
You could even VC Heaney.
Yeah. I don't mind. Heaney.
Heaney at the SCG.
Those
VC Grundy?
Yeah, Grundy would do really well. Because those 5 games aren't really massively appealing.
Nah, I'm not really.
I think Bont would be all right. Bont would be all right. But yeah, you got your Heaneys, you got Warner. That's about it.
I might VC Heaney until see Dacos. Yeah, maybe Grundy. What's the record against Geelong?
Well, they don't have a ruck. They don't have a ruck at all. And Grundy,
16th.
Grundy loves SCG. If you look at Grundy's record for SCG, it's just, and you would know, you're an owner, but like, it is so good. It's not funny. 139, 99, 158, 143, 117. Like, he's got a pretty low floor. I think that would be the option out of all of them.
Yeah, you could. That would.
He's versing a Conway and Stanley. You know, it's not like they're any good, but oh well.
And then you just go see into Dakes.
Yeah, I think Dacos is pretty easy. I don't mind Max Gawn as an option because I think he would toy with Darcy Cameron.
He would dominate. He always slaughters us.
So look at his what has he?
106, 131. No, he didn't go big here.
Surprising.
Interesting.
Nah, I think I'll go Dakes. Melbourne's midfield is utter shit. We'll just pepper them. We could probably win too.
Dakes as well. We'll probably win. I'm pretty happy with that.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to add. I think we'll upload the cherry on top later. It's good to see Jimmy Doodles didn't actually win this week. Even if
who won this week?
I don't know. Sorry, I haven't got it in front of me, but I know our Ty Law bloke finished top 3. I think I finished. I'm just getting it up. I finished 4th, which is a shame.
I can get it up here.
And we actually like Jimmy. I don't know why I single out Jimmy every podcast, but it's just because I'm jealous. Just because I'm jealous of him. So if you go points scored, because that will be the 200. See, this is why I'm so jealous. 213. Brother, I'll do some serious things for that. Our mate Milky's top 5.
Milky Mars.
And Jimmy did well as well. He's active right now. Jeez.
Yeah, get it,
But
Jimmy.
yeah, get your fix, Jimmy. Get your fix.
Get in there,
Um,
son.
Gibbs Gang.
Let's have a look at
He
Gibbs
went
gangs.
Moyle as well. He went Moyle. Gibbs Gang, not a bad. He's doing all right. I like the Nas pick. He's finished off his defense. He's got Will Power still. I would love to have not Will Power, Tom Power still in my team. I don't know why I got rid of him. Why did I keep Macrae instead of fucking Tom Powell? It's so annoying. He's got the Oliver issue. An all right team. He's got Jackson, who somehow got a 98. I guess you could go one or two ways with the pick. He should have probably got 130 if they dominated him by 90 points. But he's still got 98, so he'd probably finish top 6.
Probably will, hey.
Bloody pig. Should have just started him.
I know. Oh, well. All right, lads.
All right.
We're going to call it there. Thanks for listening.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Like and
Good
subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. I say this every time, but we're only on 29 subscribers. Please hit the subscribe button.
Look at these little layouts I'm just hitting you with. Bang, 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 bang. Thanks for listening and watching. And we'll see you later.
Brother,